Now, how often do you gather with your family and friends? And when you do, what do you do exactly? You sit down and watch a movie, vegetate, go watch a movie at the theater, maybe go out to the bars if you're an adult, risk a DUI for no apparent reason. Now, as a parent, and I understand that going out and doing things is fun and all that, but in the olden days, not necessarily all long ago, we used to hang out as a family and do things together. And right here is a pile of these things that we used to do together. Now, not only does this bring your family together as a group, but it lets you socialize. And there are scholastic reasons to play games with your kids. They learn all kinds of things. Chutes and ladders, Candyland. These are basic counting games. They learn, how to socialize together. They learn how to count. They do learn all kinds of things. And as you get older, you're exposed to these kind of games like Risk and Triominoes, chess and checkers. All strategy games that develop your mind. And then, as you grow older yet, you become because games like Dungeons and Dragons, role-playing games that actually develop your critical thinking ability and your socialization skills. Now, Media Commons says that games increase our social vocabulary both when we want to work against someone and when we want to join them. So these kind of games develop how we socialize and how we interact with each other. Now, tabletop games, which all of these are considered tabletop games, they bring us together. It's not like sitting and punching a joystick or talking to somebody on the Bluetooth. I mean, you actually are looking at these people face to face, and you're learning the little nuances. And children especially learn little bits and pieces about cooperation and how people get angry and everything. As a matter of fact, Education World says the games grab students' attentions and actively engage them. And it's a positive emotional connection can facilitate learning. Now, whenever you're playing a game like this and you're having fun, that's going to increase your learning ability because it's all going to soak in. Plus, if you play these as a family, you're going to have some of the best memories of your entire lives. Like the time I completely crushed my sons playing Risk. Epic. There are times like this that bring your family together and they expose you, learn how your children are developing by the way they react to the play of the games. Social interaction is very important, and you don't seem to get that from technology. Partially, but when you're punching on a pad and you're not actually seeing the person, then you're not actually emotionally connecting with that person. A lot of people think that Facebook and all these things keep them connected, which it does, but it doesn't keep them emotionally connected. And tabletop games are exactly what people need to stay connected. Even friends. You can play Jenga. All kinds of adult games can be played, Scrabble, that continually help educate you and help your social interaction. Now, what else have we got here? Now, children learn valuable skills and social skills and scholastically. Adults learn valuable social and critical thinking skills, which this right here, one of my favorite games for learning critical thinking, it involves you into the character. You can be anything you want, and you learn how to act as different characters. Sometimes you might play somebody who's really mean, and you learn how people treat mean people. It all develops on, and this game, you can go from a high level game where everything's all fantasy woo woo, or you can play a low epic game where it's like economy and stuff. This game is so dimensional, it's beyond explaining in one little video. It's classic. Gary Gygax himself in the 70s came out with this game. It's developed into so much more. 99% of the video games nowadays that top the charts are based basically on that game. Now, Scrabble, Risk, adult classic games are beautiful things to play. When you get a group of adults actually playing a game and socially interacting without booze, without any sort of other distraction, your brain is actively engaged, you're learning about your friends. It's an amazing experience, and a lot of people have forgotten that these games are great, and you can play them anywhere. This chess game, you can take it to the park and sit down and just wait for somebody to see if they want to play a game of chess. In big cities, you see that. Risk even, I've seen Risk played at a park before. Classic games, Scrabble, I've seen Scrabble at another park before. Social games, sit down and invite people to play. And this is one of the greatest things that'll ever happen. Go out to the store and buy you a Scrabble game. Go find your friends and your family. Sit down and play it for a change. You'll be amazed at how much you actually learn about your family and your friends. Thank you.